Hey everyone, Roach the Human here. Just got myself a fancy new camera today, and I decided to put it to good use. I've always wanted to do like YouTube videos and stuff like that. It's always been a thing I've wanted to do, but I guess I just never got around to doing it or had the inspiration to do it and finally actually do it. I already know there's millions of people who do shit like this, but I mean, why can't I? I'm funny, I'm handsome. The first segment I want to do is called The Blue Chair, where I review movies and movie-like things and whatnot. I'm opinionated, you know, if you know me. I like to think I'm rather insightful, so maybe I'll say something that is insightful. So yeah, the first movie I want to do is Jurassic World. So unless you've been living under a rock or, I don't know, Arkansas for the past few months, then you've probably heard of it. I remember seeing it for the first time on YouTube. It was the initial first look trailer, and when I saw it, I was just kind of like, meh. Like, okay, it's another Jurassic Park movie. I think I've just become sort of disillusioned by Hollywood nowadays. I just kind of always expect like a crappy remake or a reboot or a retooling of some license or IP that's already been in existence for like the last 20 years, and it's like, why the hell should I even get excited about another Jurassic Park? I mean, people tend to forget there's a Jurassic Park 2 and 3. Like, they didn't really amount to shit, and I don't know what people were really expecting when it came to another Jurassic Park movie. I mean, all of us kind of just went in there thinking that we're going to get this heavy dose of nostalgia, like maybe relive some part of our childhood that was lost when we became adults, but that's not really the case with this movie. So, I mean, before I even begin, I'm just going to say there's going to be spoilers. Of course there's going to be spoilers, and I mean, you can either continue watching or shut it off. I don't care what you do. So anyway, first things first, is it a bad movie? No, I guess. It's an incredibly average movie. There's nothing really new that was brought to the table with this one. And to be completely honest, you've seen this movie before. This is Jurassic Park 1 and 2 and 3. It's the same movie. It's just, it's been given a heavy dose of modern Hollywood, where it's like more explosions, more dinosaurs, cram as many fucking dinosaurs on the screen at one time. It's just, but it's Jurassic Park 1, just with more dinosaurs. And Chris Pratt. I will give it this, it did spark a sense of nostalgia, but only because it was artificially injected with about as much nostalgia as you can possibly inject this movie with. I mean, the basic premise of the movie is two kids running away from dinosaurs. Okay? A male and a female dinosaur expert running away from dinosaurs. It's the same fucking movie. There's nothing different about it whatsoever. I will say here, though, Chris Pratt, I think, did a really good job, but as far as I'm concerned, this movie needed him more than his career needed this movie. Hands down. Frankly, I was bored as shit through most of this movie. It's nothing. The first half of the movie is nothing but exposition. Like, it's just people fucking talking about fucking dinosaurs. And it's like, you know exactly what's going to happen at the end. You already know. You go into this already knowing the plot from beginning to end. So the first half of the movie, you're just sitting around waiting for fucking dinosaurs. That's it. Nobody gives a shit about what's going on. It's no different than the other movies. Genetic engineering creates fucking dinosaurs. Okay. Great. How is that any different? And then the other half of the movie is them trying to escape the dinosaurs. There you go. Jurassic World, everyone. There are some parts of the movie that just really irritated me. The first one was the fact that I thought it was a really cool idea that they did like this genetic fucking mutation of like this giant fucking new dinosaur that's never existed before ever. So they create their own dinosaur by mashing together all these other animals and stuff into a dinosaur. And I mean, okay, that's a premise, that's a setup of a pretty cool movie, I guess. Except that by the end of the movie, it's just another dinosaur. There's nothing special about it. They introduced this one part where it was like camouflaged and stuff, and I was thinking like, oh, that's pretty cool because it's like Predator now, and they send out like all these like this paramilitary organization to go kill this giant dinosaur that surprise it gets loose. Oh, who would have thought? So it gets loose, and they send these dudes out there to fucking, you know, kill it. They fail, of course, but they show you that, oh, it can camouflage itself, and it's, yeah, cool, except that's the only time in the entire movie that it does that. So it's like, they're all like, whoa, it can camouflage itself, oh shit, but then it doesn't anymore. Like, there's just one part where there's like a tack chopper coming in, and this dude's on a minigun just nailing this thing like over and over again. And I don't know if the bullets are ricocheting off of him, but mind you, he's in a densely wooded area, clear as day. Like, you can't miss him. So I guess there goes the camouflage factor. But this dude's just like nailing this dude with a minigun, and he's just like, okay, whatever. He runs like 2 miles and gets away. Like, how did you fuck that up? And it was like throughout the rest of the movie, like they want to hype this dinosaur up to be like some super smart, super colossal, like apex predator dinosaur, but it's like there's literally nothing special about him. Like, they want to say, oh, he's smart, he's learning, he's capable of this, and he communicates, he's just killing for fun, he's trying to find out where he is. But to me, it's just like, it's a mindless, like, serial killer dinosaur with no rhyme or reason to it whatsoever. Like, there's no reason to have this dinosaur doing what it's doing. Like, it's no different than the dinosaurs from previous Jurassic Park movies where they're killing everyone. How is this dinosaur any different from those dinosaurs? There's nothing different at all. Some really ridiculous shit in this movie that just doesn't seem to add up. There's this one part in the film where the two kids, they're on like this amusement park like orb thing, and then they go off course or whatever and get attacked by the dinosaur, of course. But they escape. They get away from the dinosaur, and they get to, okay, if I'm not mistaken, Jurassic Park, people knew about that, right? Like, I'm almost certain like people knew about Jurassic Park. Like, not the movie, but within the confines of the films, people knew about Jurassic Park. If I'm not mistaken, the second one, actually, like, the T-Rex ends up in America. So I'm assuming people knew about Jurassic Park. The kids just happened to come across it. So within walking distance from the new theme park, Jurassic World, lies Jurassic Park, which I'm no marketing genius, but I think if I was going to build a dinosaur-themed theme park on the same island where many people have died at the hands of dinosaurs, I'd probably want to build it as far away as possible from that park. But I guess not. They put this thing right next to the goddamn fucking new one. So yeah, so the kids come across the old Jurassic Park, and they go inside to get away from the fucking dinosaur or whatever. And they get in there, and they come across this area where it has all the stuff from the old Jurassic Park. Like, they have like the Jeeps and the outfits and all this other stuff, and they come across these Jeeps. Now, they've been sitting there for quite some time. If I'm not mistaken, they've been there for, let's see, this movie came out, and the first Jurassic Park came out in 93, so that's 7 years, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 years these Jeeps have been sitting here. And the kid is like, hey, to his brother, he's like, hey, remember that time we fixed Grandpa's Chevette or some shit? And, like, you know, they're like, yeah. And then, like, next scene or whatever, Chris Pratt and woman end up in the exact same area, and one of the Jeeps is gone, and there's a cherry picker sitting there with an engine, and then You know, they're like, oh, it must have got away in the Jeep, and Chris Pratt's like, how'd they fix that thing so fast? That's a pretty good goddamn question. How did they? It was like a matter of 15 minutes, and you got a car that's been sitting there for 22 fucking years. Like, the tires are not dry rotted. It's been sitting in this overgrown brush of nonsense, like, neglected for over 2 decades. The fuel's still good. Spark plugs aren't fouled. The oil isn't nothing but sludge now. Nah. Swap the engine. You got 15 minutes. Swap the engine. Get that shit rolling. Are you fucking kidding me? That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen. You have to be some sort of mechanical fucking genius to pull something like that off. And we're talking about a 16-year-old kid. Fucking stupid. There's other stupid parts in it. I thought the part at the end where it was like they're trying to take down the dinosaur and they don't know what to do. Like, they sick some raptors on it and stuff, and then they're like, oh, they didn't tell us that this dinosaur was part raptor too. And I'm just kind of like, okay, how does that make a difference? And like, then the raptors that they sent to kill this thing turn on the humans and come after the humans. But then at the end of the movie, somehow the raptors are back on their side, I guess. I don't know. And they're sending, the raptors are going and like attacking the fucking dinosaur. And the kid's like, there's not enough teeth to kill the dinosaur, which, I don't know, it's fucking ridiculous. They were nailing this thing with a minigun, like not even like 30 minutes ago, and that didn't seem to stop it. But because the dinosaurs don't have enough teeth, that's not, it's stupid. But then they get the idea. It's like, well, hold on, I got it. We'll release a second giant dinosaur, a T-Rex. We're gonna release a T-Rex to kill the other dinosaur. So instead of having one murderous giant dinosaur to deal with, now you have two. Stupid, yeah. And, you know, it's just, I don't know. Just so many dumb things in this movie. Just so many dumb things. And, you know, this is one of those movies that try really, really hard to pull those nostalgic strings on people who are familiar with Jurassic Park. Like, they try really hard. And I remember, like, getting back to the movie and loading up Facebook, and then there's, like, a BuzzFeed page about 21 Easter eggs in Jurassic World you probably missed. I'm like, Jesus Christ, 21? I didn't even bother reading the articles because I knew exactly what they were talking about. This movie is just jam-packed with these nostalgic tidbits to try to pull at those strings in you, like, oh, I remember that, and it fails trying to bring up anything new to the table without having to rehash old shit to get you to be involved with it. I mean, to me, a good movie is one that stands up on its own. Had this movie been able to stand up on its own with no real Jurassic Park type imagery to sort of make that connection in your brain, I don't think it would have held up at all. I mean, look at any other movie that, like, sort of falls along this line, like Real Steel or Pacific Rim or Cloverfield or any movie of that type where it was like, it wasn't a franchise, but its own standalone movie that was just sort of, you know, it followed along the lines of movies like it in the past. And I mean, dinosaur movies are no exception. There have been countless dinosaur movies out there throughout time. Had they not put these nostalgic tidbits into the movie, I don't really think that the movie would have stood up on its own at all. It would have just been another throwaway, like, mid-year movie, really. Had you call it something like Dinosaur World or The Adventures of Tyrannosaurus Rex, I don't know, anything. They could have called it anything. It wouldn't have held up. But, you know, slap Jurassic World on it, throw in a bunch of Jurassic Park nostalgic tidbits, and boom, there you go. You got a pre-summer blockbuster film. But yeah, there's not enough substance in the movie itself to really hold up as a movie. It just really just comes across as real cheap. It's Jurassic Park. It'll sell tickets, and according to like recent revelations about the movie, this thing's doing gangbusters, and it's kind of sad, really. I don't really think the movie deserves that type of, you know, recognition. I'm really coming into this movie hoping to see a lot of what made the first one really special, and that was really great animatronics, enhanced by CGI. But instead, what you get is Transformers with dinosaurs. Like, seriously, like Michael Bay status. Michael Bay and fucking dinosaurs. That's what you're gonna get. So, I mean, if that's what you're into, if that's the kind of movies you like, me personally, I can't stand movies like that. I'm not the kind of person that just needs, you know, this shoved into your face, hundreds of dinosaurs shoved in your face, explosions, people screaming, and just everything going on at once. Like, to me, all I really need is like that one scene, like in Jurassic Park, when you see the ripples in the drink, and then like the dinosaur comes in the window and stuff, and you know, that to me is movie magic, a product of a bygone year that we'll never see again, because computers can get that type of emotion, or at least try to get that type of emotion, a bit an artificial one at that. I don't really seem to get giddy over really good CGI anymore. I remember as a kid, like, seeing Toy Story, like, whoa, can we please see more of this? And little did I know that once I became an adult, it's like, okay, enough is enough. Like, hire a guy that knows how to make animatronic dinosaurs, and then maybe I'll be more invested in the film. I mean, maybe that's just me. Call me old-fashioned, I guess, but... So yeah, that was my thoughts on Jurassic World. It wasn't terrible. It was very super average movie for the average moviegoer. Not much more to say about it. But yeah, if you want to see it, see it. If not, you're really not missing out on anything. So anyway, this has been Roach the Human. If you like the video, please share it. If not, fuck off, I don't care. You can find me on YouTube at Roach the Human. Find me at facebook.com/Roach the Human, twitch.tv/Roach the Human. Probably more to come. I have an Instagram too. But anyway, thanks.